I've been matchmaking all my life. I introduced my best friend and his wife. I introduced my program director, Kevin Drosch, to Inhala. And now I'm going to match you with Inhala. Yes, you two should sleep together. Skip the sleep center. Avoid the CPAP machine. Get in bed with Inhala. It's a custom-fit oral appliance. There's no bulky hoses or uncomfortable mask. Inhala works with your private medical insurance and makes the process seamless. I talked to the people at Inhala.com, and they're going to help you just like they helped out Kevin and his fiancée. She'll finally be able to sleep through the night while Kevin is using Inhala. Follow Kevin's sleep journey right here on 77 WABC. Now is the time for a treatment that is right for you. Visit Inhala.com or call 844-INHALA-1. That's 844-INHALA-1. So like my program director, Kevin, skip the sleep center, avoid the CPAP machine, get in bed with Inhala. Inhala.com, INHALA.com.
A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And we've been talking about these drones. Let's go right to Congressman Chris Smith of New Jersey, where a lot of these drones are flying over. Congressman, what is the latest?
The latest is that the Department of Defense has still not authorized a capability that they have at the Joint Base, which is in my district, and I've asked for it. I asked Lloyd Austin to authorize it. I asked the base commander to go and ascertain what are these drones, where are they from, and if necessary, and it's easily done, bring a few of them down to ascertain that. Find out if it's from China, Iran, Putin. There's a number of state actors and terrorist organizations, but probably nation states, that are very likely causing this. And it's, on the beach the other day, I was with our sheriff, Mastronardi of Ocean County. He was a great sheriff. And we went out there and we spent hours there, talked to people. One of the things that got me the most was one of his sheriff's deputies saw 50 of them come from the ocean across the beach and into the mainland. 50. One of the Coast Guard commanders said that one of his 47-foot boats, which is really a rescue boat, had between 12 and 30 of these things following it in very close proximity. And I asked him, "What's your rules of engagement?" They don't seem to have one. If it makes a hostile move.
But if I was a captain, I would shoot those things down if they're following a Coast Guard vessel.
Well, I'm with you. Who the hell are they? I mean, it's really, and to get so close, they could have ordnance, they could have, guns of various kinds, they could have all kinds of things, and don't play games with this. And we still don't have an answer from Lloyd Austin. The base commander at the Joint Base said, like I said, he can bring something down that's within his defense perimeter, which is within his gates, but maybe a couple miles out. But I said, you've got flights overflighting the Pinelands and into the ocean area every single day. These things.
Yeah. Tony Carbonetti, give us your opinion of what you think. Tony Carbonetti is the former chief of staff of Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
I'm one of those guys that says, when something's too obvious, DOD is not helping because they know what it is. They can't tell you what it is, but they know what it is.
Yeah, and Tony, if they could shoot it down, trust me, it would have been shot down.
No, if they didn't know what it was, they'd go shoot it down.
No, I can understand. It says when you focus directly on it. When you focus directly on it.
I asked Mayorkas in a Zoom about a week ago, why don't we just follow one of these things to its origin, and it kind of like disappears. That sounds pretty sophisticated. That's not something coming out of Amazon or something like that. I mean, that sounds like something I chair the China Commission. The PRC, Chinese Communist Party, is working overtime on this technology, as are other bad state actors.
Congressman, doesn't the USS Ford, the aircraft carrier, have the sonic boom technology to take down drones?
I would think they all. I mean,
so we have that technology.
Yes.
Well, we could have taken down the spy balloon. Remember the spy balloon that went all the way across America?
I mean, that's like a classic you would say, I guess we got this under control. But they sat there for days while it went over our different bases, including a B-2 bomber base, SAC base. I mean, that was the height of, if I'm Xi Jinping in Beijing, I'm saying, these
You're
people, they do nothing to mitigate the danger to their own homeland.
And by the way, speaking of China, this just broke you probably heard this, Congressman, just broke a few minutes ago that this Chinese national was just charged with flying a drone over a space base there in California.
Sure.
And he was busted when he was about to bring the technology over to China just a few hours ago.
Wow, I'm glad they busted him. But, you look at how warfare has radically changed. Drones are one of the principal means of delivering payload, and shame on us for days not to say. And I asked the hard question. The FBI. You know what they spend every year on drones? $500,000.
Oh my God!
I asked what does that buy? I was at the hearing yesterday.
There's kids that are paying that.
If they buy from Amazon, it can get them cheaper.
But that just shows how vulnerable we are. My God. Wow. Well, Congressman, please keep us posted. You are on this. Thank you.
Stay on top of it for our people.
Past this prologue, I wrote the Embassy Security Act in 1998 when we got hit in Nairobi and Dar es Salaam. And I couldn't believe it when even the Admiral Crow, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, testified at my hearing. And he said, everyone said it would never happen here. It can't happen. We had that same mentality with 9/11. Let's smarten up a little bit and realize there's a potential threat here that cannot be overlooked or say, well, we'll get to it next week. Mayorkas had no idea at this Zoom meeting, which was for the members of our congressional delegation. I'm sitting there saying, that's it? You're the head of Homeland Security. DOD really has to take the lead.
All right. Well, Congressman, thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. Wow. So many unanswered questions, guys.